Hi everyone, and welcome back to WordBuddy-GRE-Cast. I'm Irene, and today we're learning a crucial verb that means making sure a tool works perfectly. It's the perfect word for describing the process of checking and adjusting a device for accuracy. That word is calibrate. Let's spell it out. C-A-L-I-B-R-A-T-E. Calibrate is a verb, and it's a formal word. You'll find it often in science, engineering, and everyday life when people need to be precise. So, what does calibrate mean? To calibrate means to check a measuring instrument or device and then make small changes so it works correctly and gives accurate results. You do this by comparing it with a known standard to ensure it's precise. The history of calibrate is rooted in measurement. It comes from a French word that originally referred to the size of a gun barrel or a bullet, the caliber or diameter. Over time, the word evolved to mean the action of setting something to a standard scale to ensure perfect accuracy in measurement. Imagine you're trying to bake a cake, and you follow the recipe exactly, but the cake burns every time. You suspect your oven's temperature isn't accurate. You need to calibrate the thermostat on your oven to make sure it shows the exact temperature. We would say, I need to calibrate the thermostat on my oven. It always seems to run a bit too hot. Let's look at how we use the verb calibrate in everyday contexts. Since it describes an action of checking for accuracy, it pairs well with tools and concepts that require precision. One of the most common uses is to calibrate a scale or calibrate an instrument. Imagine a market vendor's weighing scale is giving inaccurate readings. They need to fix it. We would say, the vendor must calibrate the scale this morning to ensure fair prices for all customers. We often use it when setting up new equipment. For example, before using a new thermometer for scientific work, you must first calibrate the sensor to get reliable data. The word calibrate can also be used metaphorically to mean adjusting your own approach or thinking to better match reality. Have you ever been told you need to adjust your expectations? That's like a metaphorical calibration. For instance, after realizing his goal was unrealistic, he decided to calibrate his expectations to be more achievable. Here, expectations are the instrument being adjusted. Another example. When using a new computer program, you sometimes need to calibrate the screen or calibrate the colors so they appear correctly. This is an everyday action we do for accuracy. Remember that calibrate implies a careful adjustment to meet a standard of accuracy. It's much more specific than just adjust. That's all the time we have for today. And if you'd like to dig deeper into calibrate or explore other GRE words, check out WordBuddy.AI. We've got the full GRE-Cast series waiting for you to learn more. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next episode.